Natasha. Hi! I'm going to do some really beautiful things this evening. I have some readings I'd like to do, but I'd also love to sing. So as I feel into these moments, I am embracing the flow of what I feel to do. Thank you. It's original music for me. Thanks for my blessed love. Breathing in deeply, self-love. Breathing in deeply, self-worth. Forgiveness, expansions through the consciousness to forgive ourselves for the things we have done. The parts of us that perhaps we don't share with everyone. The parts that we are healing through, the forgiveness through, the journey to awakening the depths of our purity, to acknowledge our souls, our self-worth, to love ourselves, to love each other. Taste of faded I'm on YouTube and on Facebook right now. Yes, I make these sounds. I do. It's okay.
Come fly with me.
Those were the 12 that I had decided to work with this evening. You want to do this one again? this epic track right there. Hey, look at all of you over there on YouTube and Facebook. Hello, my loved ones. Greetings. Thank you for participating in the moments now that we have together. It's so beautiful that we have these options to unite together and be. All right. So I don't really have to utilize the cards, but I have them there. I'm going to ask you to pick a number between 1 and 5, or 5 and 3. 1 and 5, and I'll start with 5 and 3. So if you chose number 5, shows an explanation is necessary. It's very important to communicate, articulate, so that it is not misconstrued or misunderstood. Some moments when things are heated, you may want to close in and just, not like a rose that's always open, but turn in like a beautiful daisy and ready to open when it is safe. It's very important to acknowledge that you have to explain. You do have to explain yourself. If you chose number 5, there has to be articulation and communication. There is misunderstandings. Communication is not the same some moments when beings are not on the same level. It's as if the frequencies have to harmonize to do that. So it takes communication, open heart, or even trust to communicate in a safe container. And if that trust is not there to communicate, find a medium, find something that you can do, like write a letter, send a message, do a video call if you can't do face-to-face to deal with it. But work through it, try. And if it still doesn't function in that way, purify and acknowledge at least you tried. At minimum, you tried. So, and that's a maximum sometimes, because some moments it feels like they don't deserve an explanation. But in reality, they're on a journey and a path that maybe their journey is climbing up that ladder, whereas you've already climbed up a majority of it, and they're still trying to catch up or reach your feet. And it's beautiful to reach and help them up, but it's also important to articulate why you have to grow, or why growth is important, and be an inspiration through a loving way of communication. All right, the next one, if you chose number 3, shows, I'm going to do a different song on there. I'll do that one. If you chose number 3, working with Mars. Mars says don't involve them. It's the opposite of Mars. They said it's like the inverted portion of Mars, not the exterior. Shows that grounding. I believe in expanding. I think the word grounding is silly when we're literally here floating. And I believe that expansions are important, but what I'm being shown is that it's very important to go inward. If you chose number 3, go inward and start digging that tunnel. Imagine if you were on Mars and you had to go inside to be able to have a place to rest at. Kind of like the places you see in sacred carvings upon the sacred mountains where they made homes out of. It's like that. Imagine that. And doing that on yourself. So you're pretty much digging to find out if there's any rot, if there's a safety inside of there, seeing what's important to hold on to, and not as much focusing on the actions of others, but focusing on what you're doing, because it's what you're doing to survive. And that's what you have to look at it as, is it's part of your survival practice, is to look on the inside, see if there's safety areas, what feels comfortable, what seems like it's not supposed to be focused on, and focus on what has to get focused on the inside. If you chose number 4, if you chose number 4, it shows the proper meaning and recognition of, in numerology, of the number 4, which is stability, the oneness, integration for the soul, mind, and body for positive change, for stability. 5 is positive change for stability. So for stability, and the next one's 5 for that. But yeah, it's very important to acknowledge that the soul is part of the consciousness as well as the vessel. The heart is connected as well with the soul and the consciousness, the center, the throat, the voice, spine, the vessel. And you have to remember to feel. With the number 4, though it shows stability, it's a reminder of that stability, what has helped create that stability, what actions have been possible to create that sustainability and focus, and pushing to that you can praise yourself when you look in the mirror, or when you feel about what you've accomplished, because you've tried hard enough to create some sort of stability, and it's saying good job, keep it up, but don't falter to the spectrum of not feeling confident in yourself the same way, especially around heart healing, because to get to that 4, it takes a lot of practice and effort, and to keep getting up and wiping the knees off and pushing forward. And then it comes to the 5, which is positive change. The next one is 2, or we'll do 1 and 2. I'll do number 1. If you chose number 1, it shows that you've been working through feelings of, I'm not going to say anxiety, but like it felt like the breath is like having to catch the breath, like the emotionally it's affecting the way that you're breathing, the way that food is getting digested, feelings inside your throat on the right side. It's just not like all of it, just like a poke some moments. And then on the area on the neck, the center of below the cerebral cortex to this, where the spine is coming, there is a bit of tension there, swelling, for those who chose number 1 on there, or decided on that number, due to the stressors, the reasons why you're having shortness of breath moments, and why you feel like you have to take extra breaths some moments because of what you're working through. Breath is beautiful. Breath work is super loving. The poses I did today are super helping in those ways as well. It helps the center, it aligns the spine, it stretches the spine. The spine is important because it's connected to your what? Your brain. That's right, everybody. The spine is connected to your brain. So if you're sitting there hunched over, just going through stuff, and just like, remember to line and straighten. Or if you can't, if you you have something going on with your body, try and lay straight as you can, and work on stretching, elongating, pulling yourself up and downwards, so that you can elongate the spine. If you can't do those very extreme positions that I was in earlier, I do not expect everyone to be able to do that. Usually I teach easier poses as well as I'm educating on the other ones, but it was much easier to do it that way today. Okay, so if you chose number 2, I think number 1 still has something to talk about. The oneness integration. The oneness integration of self-worth, self-love, self-care. Love oneself also. Okay, if you chose number 2, I'm going to change that to something else. If you chose number 2, deciding on that number, the message is, it's a beautiful relationship. I see a lot of beautiful relationships around. 3 in particular that are very trusted, 2 and 3, Some have 5 to 7, depending on who's watching at what moment and who you are. I do see in healthy relationships, I see that there's those who are still around that maybe they shouldn't be in your friends group because they steal from you, they take from you, they talk badly about you behind your back, or they just talk badly about you. And maybe it's not the same language, but it helps to learn what they're saying. So then you can draw that line in the sand and you can say, look, I love you, but I can't allow myself to suffer the negativity of having someone in my face speaking like that, or even behind with closed doors, or on the phone, or texting, or even on comments. You want them to be loved ones. If they really love you and they really care about you, they will communicate about you to you. If they feel like there's something that needs to be spoken about, instead of saying it where it just continues to go on in others and it's festering because it's felt. Beings that have been birthed in these incarnations with the ability to feel, with a sensitivity to acknowledge that either they are loved or they are not loved. And when things start occurring and you start to feel concerned, listen to your heart and your soul and try and communicate with them about how you feel, so that that can be salved, it can be cleaned, it can be restored if they're able to communicate with you. If they are not, then you acknowledge that that's one of those partnerships that are not supposed to be there if they can't handle the conversations. And that's really very important, as all ages. I don't really believe in age. I believe it's an illusion, but in all walks, in all paths, we have to acknowledge that communication is very important. As children, the parents or the educators would say, oh, we want you to talk to each other. How about you sit down and talk to each other to work through what you're going through emotionally, and I'll sit here and I'll mediate. And that's pretty much how that works in real life, is that we have to be the ones who are our own parents, and we have to love each other, to sit down and to talk, or to stand up or go on a walk and communicate in some way that is healthy and that is calm, imagining that there's loved ones who are near us, watching us, communicate with us. If you have to do that so that you can actually have that conversation with them. But I want you to trust and believe that anger and frustration and rage is not the answer or solution. That's it. Revenge is not the sole answer and solution in that way. What is love. It's a love that is so clean and so pure that it does not seek harm upon others in those ways. And each of us are working on such a huge forgiveness because of our experiences. It's not easy for everyone. So many have been traumatized in different places, and things have occurred, things have happened in the past. In the present, we can make the cure for our changes to heal ourselves with the acknowledgement of who is supposed to be around us. With the number 2, it's the relationship factor, the fact that number 2 was decided upon, and it shows that integration for positive change, that beautiful integration, the beautiful integration of positive changes. Soul expansive oneness, soul expansive integrations to create solutions that the other relationships that were stagnant, that were devastating, that were not healthy, that were not healing in the same way, that were not uplifting in the same way. Those ones who would always constantly want to just shame you and make you feel like you're not good enough and you're less than, or that you just never can get it right, even when others give you praise and say you did a great job. Those who are jealous, those who are envious, those who don't like you because of your differences or because they want to be like you. And acknowledge that it's not always necessary to hold on to those relationships because you feel sorry for them. It's the fact that you're holding on to those relationships because it's something that is familiar to you and something that's normal to you, which says, how are your relationships in your real reality? How are your dating relationships if you allow others to treat you like that, who are your so-called friends that have been around you for so long? It's not necessary to further those devastations. It's important to take moments to hibernate. It's important to take moments to go inside and to come out when it's important to do so, to be conscious on what you say and who you say it to, and be very, very conscious spiritually, emotionally, psychologically, and physically of feelings and wellness, of experiences, and who is trusted. So I trust and I love each of you very deeply. I'm going to turn off the YouTube and then I'll come and say sweet dreams to you on Facebook. Thank you. Sweet dreams, my loves. Come with me. Let's see. I am a Nana, but I like my name I have now too. My name in this incarnation is Faith. Came in as a miracle. Archangel Michael came and told them that I've come to help save creation. And I will reach the masses as a prophet, being who comes through song to save creations. To help. So I've been like this. My parents always accepted it because of that. And thank you. Love your messages. My crown. Oh, mine. Mount Carmel. Yeah, I have this. Let's see if you can actually see it, like in this lighting. This is my real forehead. So it used to be the it was Africa, then it was the phoenix, then it became a pyramid, and then it became 3 pyramids, and then it became a volcano and 2 pyramids, and then I get this like plus right there. It's like usually if I'm singing you'll see it like appear, and then sometimes it's like a dove. So I have prophetic like messages on my forehead, and I don't go outside a lot because of the chemicals that they spray in certain places. I'm super protective, so it's not like sunspots. Some people, like somebody asked me, I was like, I'm usually like inside, and because I'm protecting myself, and when I do go outside I do protections too. Some of my connections are like, oh, I have a they say, what is it called? A shield around us. They're like, there's all those like different things happening, different places, and it seems like I'm protecting myself so much. And I love you.